Hey guys, just to let you know, I do my It Chapter 2 final trailer reaction here. Unfortunately, the audio is not going to be great because Audacity screwed up while I was recording, which meant none of the actual proper audio from my mic works, so it's relying all on the audio for the webcam. So it's not going to be great, but hopefully it's not too bad. Anyway guys, hopefully you enjoy this reaction. Thanks guys. Alright guys, this is Burt from SoftTubes, and it's another trailer reaction as I continue going through all of the trailers coming out from San Diego Comic-Con. There are so many and I have to kind of work out when they come out. But this is for It Chapter 2, the final trailer. I'm a little surprised we got a final trailer already, but I guess it does make sense. So I'm going to jump on in, but I am super excited. Here we go. Oh.
Something happens to you when you leave this town. The farther away, the hazier it all gets. But me, I never left. I remember all of it.
Ugh, music.
To the losers.
We made an oath.
Swear? If it isn't dead, if it ever
Such
comes
a
back,
good cast.
we'll come back to it.
We didn't stop it.
Anyways.
The clown. We can't let it happen again.
Hello?
Oh, God.
Hello.
For 27 years, I dreamt of you. I craved you. I missed you.
We need to finish it. For good.
I've seen all of us die. It consumes us from the inside until we don't have a choice anymore.
You lied. And I died. You lied. And I died.
God, I'm so and oh my glasses. No, my glasses. Oh man, it's so weird because there's so many horror films that I'll watch a trailer for or whatever, and I'll just be like, eh. Like horror is not really my genre. I'm not super into it. Just I don't know. There's something about it I don't tend to like. I don't necessarily like. There's a lot of even when like it's like oh it's a good happy ending. It's still a pessimism about it. I don't necessarily enjoy to watch a lot of times. I don't necessarily like watching things about people suffering so much, especially when it kind of feels needlessly to me in terms of a narrative. It's just because it's there for shock value or whatever. So there's a lot of horror things where I just kind of look at them like, yeah, right, whatever. This, like, I wouldn't even necessarily say this looks like, this doesn't come off like your typical horror trailer to me at all. In terms of, it's not doing these, like, trying to show some of the scares, because that's typically what happens. You look at things like Weeping Woman, Curse of La Llorona. It's called the Weeping Woman here. Go down. The Conjuring things, the Annabelle trailers, like Annabelle Comes Home. There's a big thing in those trailers of sort of doing a small version of what those films are. So it's a lot of building up, slightly, sort of building up a thing, and then boom, and then just building up, and boom. Basically, like, throwing the scares at you, but like really like small, like cut down versions of what the film is going to be, where it's going to be like, okay, a little bit happens, and boom, there's a scare. A little bit happens, boom, there's a scare. This is built a little bit more like a blockbustery kind of epic kind of thing, which I think is more fitting for the source material, because it, like, a lot of people, like, I loved the first It, like the one before this one. Like the old TV miniseries is fun. It's not great though. It's not. It's very reminiscent of its time and the way they tried to do it. Like, it's very much a TV mini series movie thing. So it's not great, but it has a lot of good stuff in it. It just couldn't quite get to be what it should have been. It from before this had the opportunity to do the things that it needed to do. And I just loved it. It's this dark fairy tale kind of thing that I enjoy that. Because, yeah, it's still dark and people are being tormented and things like that, but there is this underlying fantasy adventure type feel going on, which I like that. It's no different than reading, like, Little Red Riding Hood. Like, Little Red Riding Hood is about characters getting tormented and hurt and stuff, especially if you go further back from, like, the ones that are the version that's mostly known today. But there's something about that that's enjoyable. And so I really liked it, but I knew a lot of people that weren't too keen on the first one because they didn't think it was scary enough. They're like, it wasn't really scary. And I don't know if it, like, part of it is because the fear of it was from a children's perspective. So it's for children looking at it going like, oh, these are the kind of things I'm scared of as a child, which are typically very, like, solid things like a clown, a picture, and, like, there's so much you can do, but it is more about those children. It's about those people dealing with their fears and adults that don't really care and allow bad crap to happen and all this sort of thing. Like, it's way more than just horror. It's not trying to just, and it sucks to say that. Like, I'm not trying to say that films that don't try to do a lot of those discussions are just, like, lesser than, because there are some really good things that do entirely scares that are really good, because that's what they're good at. But yeah, It for me was more of a dark fairy tale than a straight up horror film, and it's part of what I really liked about it. I hate clowns. I've mentioned this in previous videos. I absolutely hate clowns. They're really off-putting to me. I can look at Pennywise because he doesn't really look like a clown to me. So that's actually okay. It does kind of remove some of the fear for me. But then I probably wouldn't watch this film if he looked like a clown. Ironically, the old TV one was more scary because he looked more like a clown. But there is just so much in this. Like, it's Lovecraftian, but better than Lovecraft could do it. And that's the thing. Like, Lovecraft had great ideas, terrible writer, and also an a-hole. But that's a whole different matter. But there is so much, like, cool Lovecraftian kind of stuff around the mythos of it that I really enjoy and really going for it. And I am so keen for that. September 6th is so far away still. It's like a month and 16 days or something. It's so far away. I don't even know that may not be the date it comes out here in Australia. And this is the annoying thing, because this is an American trailer, so I have to find what the actual date it comes out here is. It might be then. Normally the big ones are kind of close, but sometimes they change it up. But yeah, there is such a good cast here, and the fact that they're still showing some stuff of them as kids, I think will really help, like, almost ground this thing a little bit. Make sure you feel like everything is carrying on. It's not just like, because there is a problem sometimes with sequels. They just feel too, they feel too on their own, which I think can be good. Like, every film should technically be able to be enjoyed by itself when a a film relies on you to have seen a previous thing, which is hypocritical because I enjoy the Marvel Studios thing so much. They definitely rely on you having prior knowledge, although, as I pointed out in Spider-Man, that can hurt those films. It's still nice to have kind of a thing, but to be kind of standalone, but it is nice to have that tie. So, I mean, I doubt anyone's going to see It Chapter 2 without seeing the first one, and if they didn't like the first one, then I'm likely to go see the second one. So, so we're really interested to see how this is going to work out. I will be interested to see if this does as well as the first one or better, because I know a lot of people who didn't see the first one in cinemas and then saw it later and actually did enjoy it. I saw the first one, I think, twice in cinemas, maybe 3. Oh no, I think I saw it 3 times. I really like this film. I saw it by myself, then I saw it with Chris and Haley, and then I saw it by myself. I randomly went and saw it by myself the first time after watching a review that was just talking about how good it was, and when they mentioned Dark Fairy Tale, I was like, well, maybe I should go see this. And then I just went straight out after that and saw it. So yeah, thanks to Funhouse for making me actually make the decision to go see it. Otherwise, I never would have. I am so keen for this. Alright, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below, if you're keen or not, if you didn't like the first one. All that stuff. I'm pretty sure it's all the same sort of... There's not much you can really add it, like I have mentioned in the prior video, if you saw that one, about like the, for the teaser trailer thing. Yeah, they only had 2 trailers, which makes sense, because it's not actually a big budget, like, superhero film. Superhero films will have, like, 3 trailers. But yeah, basically, yeah, same sort of thing. Let me know if you're feeling this or not. Like, I'm into it, but if you're not, let me know what's kind of putting you off. It'd be interesting to know. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you didn't like it, you can hit the dislike button. And if you're new here, you're ready for all of the San Diego Comic-Con things to get reacted to and all of that, hit that subscribe button. We also do stuff like gameplays. I was hoping to get some gameplays edited for this week, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have time because of all this. So it'll probably be the next week before more stuff comes out. But we'll see what happens. I might have time during the week. And then, yeah, I do discussions about stuff and reviews and things like that. So there's a lot to look forward to here. And if you really want to know when all the videos come out, you can hit that bell as well. Haha, rhyme. Didn't mean to. It's early here. I am tired. Literally just woke up and was like, oh crap, I need to get videos going. So anyway, guys, yep, we've got a week of a lot of stuff. That every time I look at my Facebook, there's more stuff popping up, and that's only the stuff that's come up on Facebook from San Diego Comic-Con. There is still probably a lot that I'm not seeing there, so I'm going to have to do a full news breakdown, try and find out the stuff that I need to react to, work out the stuff that I want to do discussion videos on. It's a hell of a process. So I'll probably be I think I mentioned this in the last video for His Dark Materials, but I'm probably going to be doing breakdowns of the Marvel Studios stuff and probably Marvel Comics stuff, as well as probably maybe just a general breakdown as well and other things. But they probably won't be till the end of the week, once I've had a time to go through it all and get through my working week, essentially, as well. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Look forward to all of that, and I will see you in the next video. For that.
Go. Now some music.
I do apologize. It gets so very hot here this time of year.
It's fine.
Well, you feel like you could just about die.